Oh my god, you guys. It's been a lot of time since I enjoy a Shadowhunters book as much as this one. And I have been following Cassandra Clare since the first trilogy, and I have loved all her books. I have all of them minus one, the one that was illustrations and the bio for the characters. And as I said, I know that I said two things that seem to be contradictory. The first one was that it had been a while since I had enjoyed a book of Shadowhunters so much. And the other one was that I have loved all her books. Both things are true. I love all her books. I have been reading her since she wasn't so well known as she is now since the first trilogy, the City of Bones, City of Ashes, and City of Glass, that ended being a sextology, and and I have loved all her books, but I don't know why. The first trilogy for me it's very special because I bonded with the books and the idea of the characters and the world of Shadowhunters in a way that I didn't manage to quite bond with all her other books, which I enjoy and as I said I loved. But I don't know, it was I don't know how to describe it. There was this vibe, this feeling, this bond thing that that wasn't quite achieving as I did with the first trilogy until this one. And I don't know why, since I saw the cover of this book, I fell in love. It's an amazing cover, and when you read the book, you find the place where it's inspired, and it's amazing. And this is the book one of the new trilogy, Chain of Gold, and this is the last hours, and I have to say that I love it. There's so many things going on in this book. I'm not going to be very spoilery. Let's going to say that we are going to find a new bunch of characters that we are going to love, and Shadowhunters have grown relaxed, a bit soft, because there's been like sometimes since the last demon attack, and and suddenly when they're enjoying this life of sun and picnics and things and ghosts and balls and everything, then suddenly comes a demon that appears in the middle of the day, which is something unheard of, and also when it attacks shadow hunters, they lost consciousness, and it's like there is some sort of poison thing that predates them, and they don't know exactly how they have to beat it off, and they don't know what kind of demon they are encountering. So it's it has, for me, it has the vibe of the old books, and we have this group of young shadow hunters, and they feel that the enclave won't be enough, that they have grown complacent, and in some way it befalls to them to solve the mystery, to discover which type of kind of demon they are fighting against, and they want to also find an antidote for for the venom. And I have to say that I did love all the argument, because we are also going to find ghosts, and we are going to meet with Tatiana, that she was crazy because in previous books, if you remember, a bunch of shadow hunters killed her husband, and I think her father too, because they were dealing with dark arts and things like that. And she's going to have a protege, a girl called Grace, and I think that I hate her, but she's so well depicted that you don't know if you pity her, you hate her, you want to strangle her, or you want to kill her, or you want to hook her and tell her things are going to be okay. I think that by the end of the book I want to kill her, throttle her, and just dump her into the river. But okay. And we're also going to find James. James is an amazing character. I love how well he's depicted through all the book, and all the things that affect him are written in a way that are very credible. I'm being very vague because I don't want to talk about the things that affect him, because those things are very important in the book. So yeah, I have to say that I fell in love with Cordelia. Cordelia is the girl in the cover. She is running away from, she alone, her family is running away from a disgrace that has befallen her family. Something to do with with her father, and I love this story of the family and all the things that you're going to discover. She comes to London because she's going to be parabatai to Lucie. Lucie is James' sister. And in all the books of Cassandra Clare, you have this romance, going on, and in most of them you have like love triangles, and this one is not going to be an exception, because Cordelia loves James and James loves Grace, and also there is more there because there's going to be more people in this triangle quadruple thing. So yeah, and this review is something very strange to my own ears because I want to say so many things, but I don't want to say them because I don't want to spoil the book for anyone. So yeah, I have to say that Cassandra Clare is an author that for me has survived very well the changes of time and the things that we want to find in a book. What I mean by that is that he has a lot of inclusion, representation, and I love that. We have characters who are queer, we have characters who like other girls, who like other boys, we'll have women that dress like guys, we have different cultures, different skin colors, different languages, and I think that's very important, and I like to have this kind of inclusion and representation in my books, and this is something that I love because she has remained true to her own spirit, to the creation of the Shadowhunters world, but also has managed to include all these things and they fit seamlessly. And I think it's important because, as I always say, when I go out into the street, I see all kinds of people, all kinds of languages, all kinds of colors, and I think it's very important. I also have to say that I don't know when I will be uploading the review, but I did read the book while there was the COVID pandemic, and yeah, there is a pandemic in this book, and it was like, oh my god, even the Shadowhunters? I mean, no, but yeah. It was like, I was reading because I wanted to escape the quarantine and everything, and then suddenly there is a quarantine in the book, and I was like, okay. These things in the book, there's some part during the book that says that all the stories are inspired and have some truth in them, and I was like, yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, it was like ironic, I guess. I don't think, obviously, Cassandra didn't know what was going to happen, but I don't know, it also helped me to feel more connected with the book, to have this thing with the quarantine and all of that. Well, we are living a real one, so something that probably we wouldn't even have believed or understood if we weren't living that. I'm not going to explain much more about the plot because it was getting convoluted because I didn't want to say things, but I just don't want to spoil, as I say. But let's say that if you like the Shadowhunters world, we are going to love this one. We are going to be seeing old friends like Will and Tessa, and we are going to see Gem, which I love, and we are going to see, obviously, the kids. As I say, we are going to see Lucie and James, that are Will and Tessa's kids, and we are going to see this new group of Shadowhunters that that are going to be the new heroes, the new guys that we are going to follow. We are going to find Alastair, that in previous books he appeared and he was like a pain in the ass, but we are going to go more deep inside his mind and the things that he's done. Cordelia, as I say, I completely love her to bits. She's amazing, she's so brave, but she is also very soft, and I love this idea of a woman being able to be brave but also feeling, crying, and being soft, because you can be all those things. Also, we are going to find Anna. Anna is a character that I love. It's a woman that dresses as a guy. She identifies herself more correctly. Well, she is dressed like that, and I love that she goes against everyone because she wants to say, hey, this is me, and you have to accept me for who I am, because I'm not going to change for anyone, and I love that. And I love the guys, Christopher, who is the scientist, and we have Thomas, we have Matthew that has this dark secret, and I love that there's lots of things going on in this book, that we are also going to deal with real problematic, dangerous things like alcoholism. Matthew is going to be through all the book constantly drunk, and we have hints of what has happened to him, what has forced him to want to go on but maybe being unable to, and he needs help. And I hope that Cassandra knows how to evolve with all of these things that she's throwing in the books, and I know that she will, because she has always surprised me positively. And I love that there is lots of things going on, and that the characters are not perfect as maybe they were at the beginning, or maybe they could be if she wanted them to be. I love that they are imperfect. I love that they miss friends or miss family, or that they how how to say that, they're human. They can be half angels and they can be all these powerful beings, but they are humans and they have flaws, and they don't know how to deal with things that happen to them, and they don't know what to do with the world they live in, but they know that they want to be the best versions of themselves, and sometimes they can, and sometimes they can. I mean, Matthew is trying, but he needs help, and I hope that he finds it. And I know this is a very weird review, even by my own standards, but I don't know. I want to say so much, and as I say 1,000 times plus one now, I don't want to spoil it for you. So if you love Shadowhunters books, you're going to completely love this one, and I recommend it to you because it's an amazing book. And if you don't know Shadowhunters, just pick this one because it's amazing and it can be a very neat introductory point to this world. And yeah, just pick it up because it's an amazing book. Thank you for watching. Bye.